Hey there, everybody. Welcome to The Journey. I am Shakitha Gibson.
I am Dr. Gino Gibson.
And this is
Journey with the Gibsons.
So, y'all, we have just recently celebrated, I feel like I'm blushing. Like, we just recently celebrated 5 years of marriage. And I swear to you, it feels like we got married yesterday.
I promise it does.
We were just in Jamaica.
Right,
like, seriously.
right. And you remember we started Journey with the Gibsons a few months before we got married. We started Valentine's Day.
Leading up to the wedding
in May. And we decided, because of your support, to continue Journey with the Gibsons. And we apologize. We know we've been up and down sometimes.
We be busy, y'all.
We be busy, but we are so excited about the journey. So here's the question, babe. What have we learned along the journey? What have we learned in the last 5 years? You go first, you go first.
I don't know. I don't know. What have I learned? I've learned a lot. Neither of us once said we would get married again.
Right.
Let's say that. We still attest to that. Like, if it wasn't him and if it wasn't me, I don't know if we would be here, married again. So
Right.
I have learned that I meant that. But I've also learned when we were dating, I thought I was like, oh my God, he's gonna be so easy, because it seemed like it was just, you know, how you're all in love and you see butterflies and puppies and stuff, and you're in the glow.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, he doesn't require much at all. He's gonna be so easy, and this is gonna be great. He requires more than I thought. I won't say a lot, but it's definitely more in spaces than I expected.
Right. You probably thought that the emotional piece that I required was smaller than it is.
It's a lot. And I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that, because I guess I didn't see close up, you in your profession, that you give out so much emotionally.
Right.
And I never thought about the fact that he would be coming home depleted from giving out so much emotionally to people. And I am not the most emotional person.
Not at all.
At all.
You suck it up. Just keep going.
I do. I'm like, man, go hit a bag or something. Like, come on, let's go. But so I'm not the most emotional person. So when he comes home, I really had to learn how to turn some things off and turn some things on to be able to adjust to that. But it's a lot for me, and it's a learning for me, because it's not who I am probably naturally. Now, you say that I'm nurturing and all that kind of stuff, but to kids is different than it is to your husband. Right. And so you require more than I thought.
In spaces.
And
everybody, I'm the omnivert, the amnivert, right? So I give publicly, but then I want to be in my shell, and I'll hit a wall, and she knows that. Yeah. I'll hit a wall. I can be like, look, I'm ready to go. Yeah. I hit my wall. I'm ready to go into my shell, if you will. And a lot of people don't think that, because I give so much publicly. They think, hey, he's always going to be like, nah, I hit a wall. And she's able to do it. What have I learned? I've learned the capacity of how much I love you, right? It's a lot bigger than I thought, right? And I've told you this before, and I've told the world, I don't ever want to love anybody this much. Not that it hurts.
And you shall not.
I don't ever want to. I mean, God forbid something happened to us. I would never even want to even come down this boulevard of love.
You and he shall not. Okay.
I've learned from you so much. I've learned from you so much. Capacity of people, how to deal with people. I thought I was a great people person. When to push, when to lay back, all of those things. When you walk in, the sun does, right? I told you that before, the light comes in. So it's just blessed me to be in this 5 years with you. It's just, I would do it all over again.
Wow.
Right? Every moment. Even the argument moments. I just would approach them a little different.
We can skip those. We can skip the argument moments. It's crazy, because I've also learned how you leave stuff everywhere.
Really, you know what?
Are we supposed to talk about that part?
You know what? I'm saying beautiful stuff.
I thought we were done with the beautiful parts, and we can now talk about the real stuff.
I learned how you don't fight fair.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I wasn't, but now I'm going to say it. Shoot.
So let me talk about how he leaves stuff everywhere. My husband. This is the thing, though. I think it's because you've always lived with someone. You were married for a very long time in your first marriage, and then even after that, Mom lived with you. Val lived with you.
Val's my cousin, who's like my sister.
And so people like take care of him. Like he's used to people taking care of him. So people, and not in a bad way, but people pick up after him all the time. So he'll come home. And if he went to Walgreens and bought something, like usually you take the stuff out of the Walgreens bag and then you throw the bag away. No. My husband's just gonna leave the bag wherever it is. And if he opened whatever he bought from Walgreens, he's gonna open it up and the wrapper will also be left right there. Now, mind you, the trash can is like 1 foot away, but he's not going to throw it away.
Now wait a minute. Now listen to the strategy.
That's true though, right?
Let me tell you why though. Let me tell you why. Because I'm going to, you know I say this all the time, I'm going to use the bag to put the stuff in to discard later. So I just leave it there.
But that don't even make sense. Because you discard the stuff and the bag on the counter.
I'm going to put the stuff in the bag.
Tomorrow?
It might be tomorrow. It might be tomorrow. But I'm going to get
No, it's hard when you live by yourself and you've kept things a certain way. To my single people, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment for people that just don't navigate the house the same way you do.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
But different doesn't mean deficient.
It doesn't.
And my babe has this thing where she wants things done her way when she wants it done. And I know a lot of ladies do that. But that is hard to infuse into a man who has the same thing, right?
And who's been used to somebody else picking it up for you.
That sounds a little haterish.
No.
That sounds a little
You've been blessed in your life.
Right.
You've been blessed. But child, listen, you better get that bag
right.
and put that stuff in the trash can.
But here's the other piece. Because we are a commuting couple, right?
Yes.
I'm by myself a lot, right? So
yes. Trying to live like a bachelor. Stuff everywhere.
Listen, I promise. When I know she's coming, you can ask my executive assistant. I gotta go home and de-black bachelorize the house because I gotta wash. I'm talking about when she leaves. I gotta wash all of my laundry when she's on her way back because I go down to the. Can I say the last pair of drawers? Can I say that? I go to the last pair and the last T-shirt. I'm talking about loads and loads of clothes. And I'm not sloppy. I think I'm not.
No, you're not.
What am I?
You're not dirty.
Okay.
You're messy.
Right.
Yeah, you're not dirty. Because whatever he left laying somewhere, it's probably clean. Mm-hmm. Like he'll leave clothes laying around. They're not necessarily dirty clothes. They're probably clean clothes. He just didn't hang them up.
Right.
You know, it's that kind of thing. But I don't like messy either. So it's an adjustment.
Now listen, when she's not here, I'm talking about her side of the bed and the layers of clothes on it. I'm like, babe, I gotta call you back. Say, why? I gotta get the house ready for you when you come tomorrow.
So my fighting. You said you don't like
you've come a long way. You've come a long way. You've come a long way. You used to fight. I mean, you go for the juggler first round. Just
because I am that person. Like, who's fighting all day? I'm killing on the first round.
Right. And it's like, but here's the thing. She admitted, if we go back some journeys, she admitted that like most women, she wasn't listening to respond. She was listening to react. She wasn't trying to hear me. She was just, I was losing arguments real bad because she wasn't fighting with sense. She was fighting to kill each time. And I'm like, that ain't even what I said. And she admitted that. So she's done, a lot better. A lot better. It's maybe every sixth argument.
It's strategic arguing. You got to think ahead.
Yeah, but you not.
So what you think he probably gonna say later and like boom, boom.
But what if I don't say that?
I ain't even say that. Yeah. But you was thinking it.
No. That's
it's a lot better. And I don't know if I was fighting, but I have a very smart mouth. And sometimes I just pop off. I don't as much anymore. Now I walk away. And I'll retreat for sure. And I think sometimes you're expecting a fight because you be like, you're not gonna say nothing. What's wrong? Da, da, da. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will okay you to death.
And I don't fight. I flee.
He does.
I will flee. I'm like, I don't because first of all, as you guys know, everybody knows, I love her. I hate fighting.
Yeah.
I just hate. I just hate it. And I don't want it to escalate to the point we say stuff we don't really mean.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So if she
sure.
goes
and
for
we
the
don't
juggler,
do that for the most
if she
part.
goes for the juggler, I'm gonna nurse my wounds and I'm gonna move. Because if I go
Yeah.
for the juggler, now we juggling and it's gonna get bad.
And we both fight too well for that.
Yeah.
And and the bad part about that is the inside the house is not where you should be fighting.
Right.
Like we both, I fight in corporate America. He has to fight, in not necessarily fight, but has to deal with a lot. For sure, with people in church, school. He's teaching now. He just was doing a PhD, so that's a lot going on. And you also have to, spend your intimate time with your intimate person fighting. So we adjusted for sure very early in our marriage.
And our physical time together
is
limited because we've been married 5 years. We've been commuting 3.5.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So we don't want to spend time fighting.
Right.
We only have 5 days together. We mad a day and a half.
Right.
Like, boo.
Right. But that's helped us, renegotiate a lot in our relationship, especially living apart. So we didn't expect that's the first renegotiation.
Right.
Who gets married to live alone?
Right.
And so when I'm, at home having to do light bulbs or wait until he comes home for 2 weeks in the dark because I want him to change the light bulbs, that's a whole different thing than you signed up for.
Right.
So we did have to renegotiate our marriage and what that looks like for us. Not what it looks like, when you read a book or what you see on TV. What would make our relationship and our marriage successful for us? But here we are, Here we are 5 years later.
Cruising.
Like, I would have never, ever imagined that it would be this seamless and this easy. And again, it wasn't always.
It's your fault.
It wasn't always easy.
And it's your fault because you're such a master planner.
Yeah.
Right? So, listen, when we fly, let's say we meet somewhere, she makes sure we meet at the what's it called, the layover. So that we're on the same plane. It's crazy how she thinks and does that. I'm not the detail person. I'm the big picture person. She is the one. So it's her fault. It's so smooth. She takes time with the kids. She makes sure she takes intimate and maintenance time with me. Yes, ma'am. I like maintenance. So it's just awesome how it works, y'all. And we manage 2 houses. It's crazy.
But in the 5 years, I will say, because it's not all glamorous. We are smiling and happy, and we've made it through some rough patches. When you first moved, it was hard. He went through depression. I went through depression. We didn't know if we wanted to do this. When we decided we did want to do it and we were all in, it was still hard. Mm-hmm. It was still hard because we had to adjust. I don't know Columbus, at all. I know Memphis, and he was here making a whole life, in Columbus, because he had to, get used to the surroundings here. And when I was coming in, every month, I felt like a visitor sometimes. Right. So that was hard. I'm like, you're going where? You try what new restaurant without me? He was like, let me take you to this new spot. And I'm like, who you go there with?
Nobody.
He's like, nobody. I went by myself. But it's an adjustment. And so we have, now we try to see each other more frequently now. Mm-hmm. We have lots of Sky Miles, and we use them all.
We do.
And if y'all got some y'all want to gift us, we'll take them.
Run
Send them our way.
Right.
But we've gone through kind of the deep, dark, the hurts, the crying, the arguing, the trying to make it work to find this really, 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 really blissful place.
It's awesome.
And again, at 5 years, people say the first 5 years are the hardest, and usually what's the divorce? Usually at 5 to 7?
5 to 7, yeah.
People get divorced.
Either early or 5 to 7.
I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's really, really working. Even when Kendall comes here now, she's having a fantastic time. It feels like home. We bought a house. We bought a house, which was renegotiation because we were living in the townhouse, renting the townhouse.
I hated it.
And he hated it. He said it felt like jail because I didn't decorate the townhouse at all.
Because we thought you were coming.
Because we thought I was moving. We thought a whole bunch of stuff. So when we decided to buy, I said, let's buy like another townhouse. So we'll just buy like a smaller version. Child, here we are in a 5-bedroom house.
4 bathrooms.
4 bathrooms. It's a whole whole lot, but God has made it possible for us to maintain this house. You know, here we're in Columbus right now, and keep maintaining our home in Memphis.
Yep.
And you know, we are grateful.
Which is 4 bedrooms.
Which is 4 bedrooms,
3
and
baths.
5 actually with the bonus room.
Yeah.
It's way too much, y'all. But anyway,
we got 10 bedrooms.
we got a whole lot of house for all of our kids to be grown and just Kendall at the house. So now we're trying to negotiate in our marriage at 5 years. You want me to tell the people what we're negotiating?
Oh Lord.
Now we're negotiating a dog.
Oh my God.
So my husband wants a dog. I do not want a dog. Kendall wants a dog. So I'm losing 2-1, but I'm standing strong.
You know
so that's
what?
our negotiation.
It's so funny. It's because she said no so many times. I forgot we was negotiating.
I have said no several times. Y'all, I can come up with a reason like, babe, no, you're traveling, and no,
I forgot
we have
we
to do
negotiated
this, and yeah. So that's our negotiation right now. But let me say, we are looking forward to the next 5, 15, and 50 years together. However many the Lord decides to give us, we gonna take them all.
Remember, I told you one of my regrets and my vows that I didn't marry you sooner.
Yep.
Because I wanted more time. With you.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know you sooner. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. I say when I say back, time isn't always the best, you know, indicator, right? So imagine we had met in high school or something. Well, you older than me, but imagine if I was in junior high and you was in high school, and we met. You know, we would have broke up 15 times by now, driving each other crazy. So for the time that we have, the time that we are granted now, we are making the best and the most of it. I think we both talked about that we don't have children together. So that's one of the things that it's not necessarily a regret. It's just kind of like, you know, we don't have kids together, but we love on each other's kids as much as we can, and make the best out of this little life we have. Happy 5 years.
To you as well.
Give me some.
And to God for this, we give you praise. It's amazing. Listen, I'm Dr. Gino Gibson.
I am Shakitha Gibson. Happy anniversary to us.
Happy anniversary.
We're celebrating all year.
And we thank you for being part of our journey. We love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And as always, we speak life. Peace. Happy anniversary.